And we are back with JP. Don't worry, the screen is supposed to be black for a moment anyways. Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets på svenska.
Hemligheternas kammare. Hej då.
Hej då. Let's get this show on the road.
We're not going to speak too much Swedish because, yeah. Even though we're Finnish and we're of course supposed to know Swedish, we don't.
Yeah, everyone knows the story and most probably have, well, maybe most have not seen the game, but this is a masterpiece, so...
Electronic arts at its finest.
Just gonna start the clock, and then we are gonna start skipping cutscenes. So whenever you see this hourglass, that means we are skipping cutscenes. We are gonna be doing it. I have binded cutscene skip to my right mouse, and I'll be keeping it hold for the entire run. So Potter is a wizard. He knows all kinds of tricks, mostly physics tricks. So we're gonna use them to go fast. Here's willow skip. I'm gonna try it once because I can try it only once, and then I'm gonna fail it. Yes, I failed it, and you can't try it again. My success percent is like 20.
But spellcasting works in this that you have these context sensitive things that you have to aim for, and then if you know the spell you can release the spell on it. Like that gargoyle had that light thing, you know, luminous, and there's like some markings that tell you okay, you need this spell to be able to cast to do something with this.
Here we saw a short speed inherit, so when Harry is standing on a moving platform, it can inherit the speed and go real fast and get into faraway places. So this category is glitchless, but we're still gonna see glitches. Or at least stuff I would classify as glitches. What's banned is mostly like using brightness controls to boost or fly around the map. That's another story on how that works.
Potter can be very bright, so he's so bright he flies. So once again a game where you could fly, but we're kind of restricted of it. But hey, welcome to Hogwarts, and Ron, I think, is running. They're telling us follow him.
Yeah, so the game is in Swedish, not only because Swedish is a funny language, but also because it's the fastest. It saves like 20 seconds compared to English.
There is also Finnish, but I don't think it's speedrun viable.
I don't know about how fast it is, but like I don't have the proper files to do a speedrun on it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into our first lesson. Potter is gonna do some parkour here.
Yeah, this is how you use the stairs in Hogwarts.
Yes, very
safety.
That jump looks really scary, and it's completely free, and I've still screwed it up a couple times. But like, it's not supposed to be hard. Every like spell learning is composed of two parts. First you have the step mania, and then you have a challenge course. And in this step mania you have to do correctly 3 rounds or incorrectly 5 rounds. And we are gonna screw up this first one on purpose, because every time we do it correctly, we gain house points. And after this challenge, there's this bean bonus room where we check the house points, and depending on how many we have, the longer we have to wait in the bean bonus, so it's like detention, but with beans.
So it's fun, right?
Yeah, so even though we're kind of losing a bit of time doing 5 rounds instead of 3, we're gonna save it like many times over in a couple of minutes.
You come out on top with minus if you get good RNG.
Yeah, it's also RNG dependent, so like how long we spend there is our time deducted by how many points Slytherin has. And how many points they have is completely random. They can have 30 and they can have 70. And that's like a 30-second difference.
So yeah, beans become less fun after 30 seconds. If you're there for a couple of seconds, then it's fun. But yeah.
Okay, Harry.
We also get house points on this challenge course. There's a timer. It's gonna get even close to ending, but how much time we have left gives us more house points, and there's these challenge stars that give us more time. So we do not want to pick up any one of them on this first challenge.
But you want to push these enemies.
There's gonna be like 4 times there's the house point ceremony and bean bonus room, but this first one is scripted so that we will always win it, and the rest we will lose. I mean, you could win them, but obviously we don't want to.
Plus we're skipping a lot of stuff and doing not everything. Like, you could explore the castle if you played this casually. Find some stuff and points or whatnot.
This game has a lot of these like push animals into holes that have their pictures on them.
Yeah. Also, star! You didn't pick it up!
I didn't pick it up, no!
What is 100%?
I'm gonna stun these guys, and then obviously you can climb there. That's clearly climbable. Like you're supposed to open the stairway, but like no time.
No, that's the dev intended. Yeah. They made the stairs so if somebody doesn't understand how the devs made the game. So.
And since this is Lockhart, and he's a bit of... Can you please take the hits? He has his own pictures and statues everywhere, and I like that. It's a nice touch to the game.
Also, save books or tallennuskirja in Finnish.
Sen nimi on oikeasti tallennuskirja. Here's a like big chasm. We are just gonna jump over it. I did a bit of technique called jump casting. So when I'm jumping and I smash the cast a spell button, it will jump a bit further away. You're gonna need that to make some jumps.
It has nothing to do with commentating a run while jumping.
No.
No. So I am not here jumping. Also, I love when you're doing that casting that Harry does with his left hand, the drowsy thing from Pokemon. With the finger wiggles. I love that.
This game also does not have any kind of automatic healing, so whenever we take damage, we have to heal it ourselves. So no cutscene, no trigger, nothing will heal us to full. So there's these frogs around, and we know pretty much all the important ones where they're easiest to catch. So we can do tactical hits because we will be taking damage.
Are you sure this game is French made?
Could be.
Or this is the entire series, as a matter of fact, because chocolate frogs are a thing. Anyway.
Those turtles can get glitched and start gliding uncontrollably everywhere, but luckily it didn't happen this time, so...
We were in control!
Now we have the house point ceremony. There's always someone here running and showing us where to go, so you can't get lost. And Slytherin has 70, that's really good. That's
okay,
like second
you managed
best.
to take the shower. You get the shower because you were grinding.
Everyone, remember to take your showers. when in a marathon, especially if it's in-person marathon.
Wash it all away. There we go.
Now it's time for Quidditch. This is only the training match, and it's luckily the only one we have to do. There's like 4 or 6 matches.
Yeah. If you want to play more Quidditch.
It's 6, like 2 against every. That you could do in the game, but obviously we're not gonna do it if it's not mandatory.
Yeah.
So this is like auto-scroller. I can just control Potter a bit to the left and right and up and down and not much else. And it's just try not to hit anything and wait for the meter to fill.
Hurry! Freaking, I don't remember the name of the commentator there.
Jordan.
Jordan.
Now is the second round, and now we will have another Gryffindor racing with us. We have to avoid them until we pass these flagpoles, and then we're gonna murder her. She died.
I don't know. You must have some sleep-inducing kicks or something. You was just shaking it.
That was a friendly match.
Yeah, that exhibition.
You can't catch the Snitch unless she's dead, so...
And we don't know Avada Kedavra yet, so you have to kick it, do it old school.
Now we're gonna go see Snape. Beautiful Snape. There he is. Very nice. Gotta wait a second. If you go to the cauldron too fast, it's a soft lock. And then back to learning spells. Now we had the Rictusempra. It's the tickling spell, which turns creatures upside down. And now we're gonna go learn Scourge, which is, I think it's like this cleaning spell or something. It removes the acid green goo.
Yeah. So we're becoming a household Potter.
And now here is more RNG, because now we have to actually play this and win. But in this one, there's a non-zero chance that the computer will just say you pressed a button when I didn't, and it will fail the round. So let's hope that does not happen.
Ghost inputs.
I also love that. Sure.
Sure, yeah. Like drive. We should... This feels like a racing game now. Sure.
Bra Harry! Du har gått vidare till nästa nivå av lektionen. 5 poäng till Gryffindor. Rond
5 poäng för Gryffindor. Yeah, now we're learning Swedish.
This is a Swedish learning lesson now.
Yeah.
I have learned that Trollstaven is a wand.
Yeah.
That's probably all my Swedish I've picked up from this.
Vill du byta? Wasn't that like, do you want to trade?
Oh, yeah, that too. Vill du byta?
Kör!
There are these bean traders all around that will trade us all kind of stuff. We're not gonna trade with them, but like they're very aggressive with their trades. No ghosts. That's nice.
Du vill byta?
15 poäng till Gryffindor.
15 poäng till Gryffindor. They did not translate the house names in Swedish.
Yeah. In Finnish they did.
I think Finnish is pretty exceptional in that, like most languages did not.
Yeah.
bar is my pain. Okay, it went first try.
First try.
You have to hit it in a nice angle to get the flipendo and then get the jump right to actually get... Harry, please!
Do the Harry dance! Poor turtle.
Here's Peeves.
Yeah.
Potter is a potty head and all that.
Nuori Potter Ruba on. Naama on kuin korpio.
Now we have this is a glitchless run by the way, so we flipendo that and we just go here and jump and it stops. It should not stop and we should not be able to go here, but we can.
Yeah, this is not. If it's not a glitch, it's magic. Just remember that.
Yes.
Get in that mindset.
This is glitchless, not magicless.
Yeah, because if this was magicless, you would have failed it pretty much in the first room of the game. So yeah.
There are also
those
platforms
anymore.
required snails, but somehow Harry is a snail, so I don't know, it just works.
Oh,
This
also
game
I
is
love
like
the grunts of Harry.
yeah, the grunge.
Go ahead.
Gotta love it. This game is like as a speedrun. It does not feel like you are doing any skips because the skips are so natural part of the run. Like it just feels like you're doing it casual, but when you stop to think, wait a minute, you are not supposed to do that.
It's Big Star.
Yeah, the big star is always the end of these challenge levels.
Yeah.
No,
The chat, the timer. Yeah, the timer is very forgiving. So I think it's in seconds. So it doesn't mean like 1,000.
yeah, it's in seconds. It had like half an hour time to complete the level or something.
Yeah. So Kodo almost lost that challenge.
Very close. Here we had the second bean bonus, but we lost it. Like we're gonna lose them all. At the end, we're gonna have like 300 points, and Slytherin's gonna have like 700. So it's not even close anymore.
Those sly friends.
We are going to steal some ingredients for the Polyjuice potion because we want to become Draco Malfoy. No, sorry, we are gonna become Crabbe and Goyle, and we're gonna interrogate Draco because we think he's killing people as a 11-year-old. Or are they 12? I think they're 12. Anyways.
Something like that. Flipendo. There is a picture of 2 snails, so you have 2 snails in there. What
Here
2 snails does is makes turtles appear.
Here I have to jump a bit so that my flip fenders don't get eaten by these metal bars like just happened there. So even though the game will only let you cast it when it thinks it can hit, but it can still miss. So
Yeah.
good game.
It can be interrupted by.
Here we are supposed to go around this room, but we're just gonna drop, and because there's a bit of stairway catching us, we quite don't get fall damage. So there is fall damage in this game, and that snail got crushed. These doors are aggressive.
Yeah, that's. I was about to say that. Wow.
There's a
Those
little
doors.
gnome, it likes to wiggle its ass. They always do all kinds of funny stuff. They're like what makes this game great. The gnomes.
You should play the game for the gnomes. Yesterday we saw
look
some
at
fish
them.
gnomes. There it goes.
Always doing some weird stuff.
And they have a very funny sound as well.
And we're
Okay,
gonna grab
materials.
these are potion ingredients. So our 2 ways to heal are the snails, and then we can do a full heal with the potion.
Or frogs, rather.
Whoops!
Rocks and potions.
That was... No.
That happened, so...
Never before.
Yeah. Those have to happen during a marathon, so...
Luckily I grabbed the save book because this is a triple jump wheel skip and every jump is a bit harder than the previous one. When I started running this was really problematic for me and we couldn't
but there we go. With butt no. To the butt no.
But like this game is really fun as a speedrun. I mean, if you're going for the world record, the RNG stuff is gonna be a bit annoying. But for not that serious runs, it's really fun.
It's definitely it's not that long. It's constantly having something. It throws at you something you're doing. There's not a lot of downtime. There's like I think one cutscene you have to stand in.
Yeah.
Place and there's a lot of different things. So yeah. Also a lot of different categories as well. All wizard gods, just the basic any percent with glitches. Yeah, what to choose from.
Oh, where am I going?
Also, there's like a crap ton of tutorials and the community is super helpful.
Yeah, there's like it's the most active speedrunning community I've ever seen. Like, yeah, these guys are always running into weird places and getting stuck and running into circles. This is duel with Malfoy. We are gonna wreck him. Done.
From Malfoy to malformed.
That was very, very difficult.
Yeah, that's the wizarding duel of your dreams.
Now it's time for the third lesson. We're gonna learn Diffindo, which cuts vines and spiders. No, wait, do we rig to Sempra the spiders? Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
it cuts the three guys.
Yeah.
It's our first killing spell.
Då så, Mr. Potter, fixera.
But yeah, I want to get out of the killing spell, but the rest are just like... You have like
that's
explosion
what I never
things.
understood. Like, Avada Kedavra is like very forbidden, but then you can just transform people into frogs and that's like fine. Well, maybe not fine, but... Remember kids, if you do murder, don't use the killing spell. This is the lesson we learned.
Bra, Harry. Du har gått vidare till nästa nivå.
Lessons we learned along the way.
5 poäng till Gryffindor. Rond 2. Kör.
So this is again here is also a chance for ghost in the pots and it has happened, but it's a much smaller chance than like on the Scourge.
Rond 3. Kör. Bra.
You're good at Step Mania.
Alla övningar i fin form.
It's really
15 poäng
forgiving,
till Gryffindor.
which is nice because it's really tough and you can't make a single mistake. This is Diffindo challenge. This is the longest one, and there is a skip. You could skip right into that window. It's the hardest skip in the game, and only like the top 10 runners have ever made it. And this game has like hundreds of runners, I think. 150 or something. So I can't do it, not even close. But you could do it.
It's an option, and it's a funny looking thing as well.
It's a skip that saves like 4 minutes, but it takes like 2 minutes of preparation, so it actually saves like 2 minutes. But it's worth it if you can do it, but it's not worth it if you're not like me and cannot.
And it's also probably not the first thing you should even go for.
Just
learn the
it's
rest
the last thing you should go for.
Yeah. You should probably leave it until you are like, oh, that's the last thing I don't know how to do.
Taggiga stickplantor skjuter ut sina
Stickplantor?
taggar om du kommer för nära. Undvik dem eller
Here we're gonna
använd
do a
för
little
att klara av
skip
dina
again. We
stammar.
can just snipe this rope from here. Does not even feel like a skip, but it was. I'm grabbing some extra saves because it's a marathon and we don't have to be playing this again all day.
Yes.
I usually don't die, but I mean, there's a lot of people.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
And anything has happened, so you get a funny cycle and then suddenly you are dead. Where did that spell fly? What? Did you see that?
Yep. It was like I have my own free will. Goodbye.
It was like super gravity.
Yeah. My planet needs me.
Like these guys, you can easily drop here if they're in a nasty cycle.
Yeah, and in this game, fall means death instantly. You're not teleported anywhere or not. Well, you're teleported to your last save book, I think.
Yeah, that's it. These guys have like these two arms and a mouth. We can target either arm or the mouth, but like hitting the mouth will only stun them, and they will still have a hurt box. So it's better to hit the arms so that they don't do damage. I grabbed another 3 bark for the potion. These guys drop when they die. Also, we started the murder spree now. Do we have a cycle? We have a cycle, nice. So these snails, when they see you, they sprint towards you. So we can use that to... Oh, come on. Bit too late and it went a bit off. You can just aggro the snail and then get going if you're in a good cycle.
Why these beans are here?
I don't know. They're
Crab
not
or
every
oil must
flavor
have been.
beans, they're every location beans.
Yeah. Crab must have been having a box full of them or something. And being clumsy.
I'm surprised that I have not lost any health yet, because that's one good frog to get if you lost health.
Yeah. If you don't know where you go, well, I'm not even gonna say. I had a stupid joke in mind, so I'm gonna leave it.
This is where the skip would bring you. So all that like level we could have skipped, but we did not.
Yeah. You saw more of the game. Be happy about it. Two snails! Wow, it spawned 2 snails! At least we're not killing the snails, we're just pushing them. Ow!
And now that we have the spell, now we're gonna go get more potion ingredients for the polo juice.
Hörru Harry, vill du byta?
Harry, vill du byta?
Here you go. Vill du byta? Also, walking and jumping on tables is fine.
And here we have some nice little skips again. I'm gonna stun these a bit. Unlucky. There's RNG. If this falls into the like here, we can just do it directly. Otherwise we have to pick it up and set it up better. So the little room lets us stand a bit higher and climb that directly, and we saved again some platforming.
Harry has read the book of mushrooms and knows which mushroom.
Here would be a skip. It's called mushroom stacking. You can use 3 on top of each other to climb like a stair. But it saves like 7 seconds when done perfectly. And I have not found it worth learning yet. So it would skip right here. There would be a button to open a bridge, but completely unnecessary because Harry can jump.
Yeah.
Now we get to the hard skips. So first a quick bean bonus or house point ceremony.
Yeah. Malfoy gets to enjoy the bean bonus room.
I really
Parempi
should
on
run
niin
like,
ensi kerralla.
we should run cutscene percent of this. They're so great. But anyways, now we're gonna go to Dumbledore skip. So we are on the first level, and on the second level there's Nick, who's been petrified, and it starts a cutscene. And if we hit the second level at all, that's not good. Yep.
Oh no.
Excuse me, I will now load a save. I hit the cutscene. It's pretty tough.
But is it like the cutscene you go to the Dumbledore's room or something?
Yeah. It's a 2-minute unskippable cutscene. And it teleports us into the 4th floor. So, no, we do not want to see that.
Jag har aldrig sett någon så nervös.
Hitting the cutscene is the worst way to fail that, like, I'd rather just fall down and take some damage. Or
There we
I can
go.
just hit it. Nice.
Cutscene skipped. There's some text on the wall. Somebody managed to find something. Ketchup.
Yeah, I find it funny that the ketchup is on the wall for the entire year and nobody decides to just clean it. Here's Goyle, he's a wizard.
Who
That
likes
is
food?
gone.
I mean, he teleports, yeah.
Goyle knows the invisibility spell.
Oh, that. Yeah.
So Goyle has been taken sleeping pills or something, and now someone will tell me this mystery. How did Goyle survive this obstacle course while drugged? Like, that's the
Can
greatest
imagine-
mystery.
We're playing as 12-year-old, so we can drug and whatnot. But we're doing some drugging as well.
Here's
think.
the only room in the game that does not have fall damage. You can hear Potter start to scream. That's the sign that it would take fall damage, but it will not.
That room must just have like soft floor.
There's
Or, I don't
more gnomes.
You get some gnome button.
Defender. Representa.
I think all the runs need more gnome button.
Alohomora. Representa. Representa. Defender.
Hey, it's a wizard card.
We collect it only because it's fun. We don't need it. Wizard cards work so that if you collect 10 bronze, you get a new health bar. And you need to collect all of 40 silver ones to get into the gold wizard card area, but obviously we're not gonna do that. One day I will run all wizard cards, but like, we'll see when I have time.
Representa.
When you're not doing RTS games.
Defender.
Because now in this marathon you're doing all the RTS.
Representa.
Yeah. I am an RTS runner, but I came to this marathon with 3 games and none of them are RTS, so...
Real-time spelling or something.
Defender.
That sounds like an educational game. Also, I don't know if Chrissy is listening, but hey, Rayman learns for next Derpathon. Question mark, question mark. I think they're all like mathematics and word games, so... Challenge has been casted. feel free to clip and post it to him.
This part I also don't get, like, there's a lot to play here, but it's like... I'm not sure if this is even a skip or you just can go here casually. Goyle is here. We're gonna grab his hair.
Yeah, we're
The
gonna
hair do
go
not come from his head.
Yeah, that's hair.
But
I think you got it from his Goyle. You grabbed it from his Goyle, and I'm leaving. But yeah. Also, yes, there are glitches. There's no glitches. There's only magic.
So now we become Goyle.
In the girls' bathroom.
Yes. Ron is like, I do not want to become Crab. I did not consent to this plan, so we have to go alone.
But yeah, we also have a nice falling sound when we are a crab. The grunts are a lot nicer. Hopefully you don't get to hear them, but yeah.
Goyle is also a parkour master.
Yeah. Goyle. Look at the music going. Look at the music. Yeah, that's how you look at audio cues.
Goyle has stupid little magic fingers.
Yeah. he's a different drowsy. Look, a cutscene. And this one you can't skip either.
One of the only unskippable cutscenes, but a fun fact, we should have subtitles in this cutscene, but keeping the cutscene skip button pressed, it only removes the subtitles.
So you skip the subtitles,
I
wonderful.
skip the subtitles.
How did you know to go that way?
I don't know. That's funny because there's like an arrow. Oh, sorry, I'm asleep. There's like an arrow, but like you don't need to know it. You just step on the platform and it tells you where to go.
Flipendo.
Now we have the bridge skip 1, or Slytherin bridge skip. The game will have 3 separate bridge skips. Oh, I did not hit the button.
And
This
now
is-
we're gonna heal the death moan of Goyle. This is a lot difficult. You have to time your jumps just right. And first try. Other than that.
First try that did not fall. That's
Yeah.
a bit unfortunate because now we didn't hear Goyle scream.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
that's one of the, I'd say, 3 big skips or hardest skips in the run that I will be doing.
but yeah, sadly we didn't hear the well, however it sounds. But it's beautiful, trust me.
So this is Slytherin common room, and it's always the same in the games. Like Gryffindor common room is like the first door on the right, and Slytherin common room is like behind a huge obstacle course. Talk about fair.
Yeah.
But they are ambitious, so maybe it's good training.
Det är något som inte
Now we're
stämmer.
Potter,
Also-
and these guys want to catch us, but they're all slower than us, so just need to watch a bit. They don't come behind corners, and it's fine.
Hörru, kom tillbaka! Professor Snape!
Professor Snape!
And it's time for the 4th spell. This is funny because Lockhart is the worst teacher in the school, but it teaches us 2 spells when the rest do 1 or none at all. We don't actually see like Gonagal at all.
No.
Like you could find her in one class, but like you're not gonna.
I think Lipetit does one,
and Sprout does one.
And Sprout does one. Yeah, I didn't remember the English name.
Koncentrera dig på symbolen framför dig. Låt inte mitt vackra utseende distrahera dig.
What's Lipetit in English
Trollstaven som
anyways?
dyker upp framför dig kommer att
Isn't it Lipetit?
No.
I think.
Is
När
it?
trollstaven
Is it not?
är
I
placerad
don't think it
precis
is.
över pilen trycker du på motsvarande
I have to
tangent för att träffa
I have to
målet.
check it then.
What?
Den här övningen består av 3 delar. I varje del måste du träffa alla spetsar i rätt ordning för att få fortsätta.
Filius Lipetit.
Oh, it
Sure.
is.
On tyyli vaikka taikakoulutukseen professori.
It sounds so finished name.
I don't know how you would... I have a very lewd one for Lipetit, but let's not go that far. You could just say something about Lipton. Because it's British.
Bra, Harry. Du har gått vidare till nästa rond. 5 poäng till Gryffindor. Rond 2, kör.
Sure. Well, you can definitely see that EA Games also did make some racing games, because this is going a million miles per hour.
Bra, Harry. Du har gått vidare till nästa rond. 10 poäng till Gryffindor. Rond 3, kör.
Wow. Good job.
Härligt, grabben. Du har klarat alla övningarna. 15 poäng till Gryffindor.
Now we have Spongify, which lets us turn these platforms into sponges.
Whee!
This is the easiest challenge level and has the best skips. So here we will hug the wall because there is a cutscene trigger and we will just dodge it.
Or not.
Okay, we did not dodge it. Whoops! I'm not gonna say first, but very unlucky. Usually does not happen. So, if we dodge it like we should, this platform would not rise up. So, unlucky.
Happens. Opening some of these beams.
I really don't remember the last time I failed like that cutscene. No, not since I started learning the game, so it should not be a problem. Oh well, it happens.
It happens, and you lose like a few seconds, so you're not like locked out of finishing the game. So
I'm gonna take that save. Here's a easiest skip in the game, and we just saved 2 minutes. You just jump a bit sideways and you dodge like 2 minutes of platforming.
Harry is very good at time management. I give him that.
This is the last house point ceremony, and 671 against 326. Very close.
You could have won that.
Now the music becomes intense because we are in the end game.
Ooh. We're about to figure out things.
You can notice I've been jumping those stairs because it's faster, but you can't jump these last stairs because it's slower. Consistent stairs.
Yeah.
And once again,
Electronic
because the
artists.
story needs to go forwards, we go to the girls' bathroom. Everyone
Because
knows
that's
that's
the
where the
place.
story happens.
Yeah. Hemligheternas flickors toalett. I don't know.
Harry Potter of Flickors toilet. That's one name.
Let's go with that.
This is an unskippable...
Kom
Why
nu!
is
Jag måste
everything
ta dig
like, where am I?
härifrån! Kom nu! In i
unskippable
lådan!
cutscene
Ingen fara.
where we can interact but not do anything.
That's our friendly neighborhood Hagrid. Yeah.
Vad
Very
är du här
beautiful.
nere, Tom?
Look
Ge
at it.
över. Jag tror inte att du menade att döda någon, men monster är inga bra.
They look like he's sad.
Den har aldrig dödat någon.
Kom nu.
Voldemort here is a 5th grader and Harry
Det
is
var
a
inte han.
2nd
Han ska
grader
aldrig...
and
Det är
they're
inte han!
almost equally as tall.
Sidan.
So
Nej!
you are a
he
shorty
short
Voldy.
or- Either he's short or he's like a growth spurt hasn't just begun.
Now we're gonna make our safety potions.
Why do you have to wiggle your fingers when you're doing the potion as well? It's
Because
kind
it's magic.
of magic.
Works by finger wiggling.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna use that.
Now we're gonna go into the forest and there's gonna be spiders. So if you don't like spiders, then don't watch.
Also, Ron loves spiders. Spuders. Spindel på svenska.
No! You're supposed to get a run booster. It's for good luck. Now the run is ruined. It does not save time. Well, maybe a tenth of a second or something. This platform sometimes hates me, not today. That's nice.
It's a froggy frog.
This one more or less one-shots me, so I'm gonna take it a bit careful. Here's bridge skip number 2. This is the... Okay. That was such such a bad fail that let's pretend nothing happened.
There, you jumped off the bridge because there was an invisible wall. You had to go
The
through
bridge is gonna collapse when you hit halfway. So you're supposed to jump on the left and on the like Diffindo branch thing and then back. But for some
But also
reason,
you don't...
it's hard.
Go ahead. But yeah, you don't take fall damage if you jump from a spongify, and that was used on the
Yeah.
tree room as well. Because you are jumping by magic, so you're landing by magic or something.
Can you please now eating me? Not good.
I am here!
There's like also 3 different kinds of climbing animations, and if I was a good Potter speedrunner, I would care about them, but I don't. Like depending on how high you catch up the ledge, the faster the animation will be. Now we're gonna see more spiders. And here's a little glitch, sorry, magic. You're supposed to break 8 of these columns, but the game does not count how many are broken, it counts how many Diffindos I've thrown at them. So when I throw 2 at each one, I only have to break 4. And this is
You would also break 16!
This would have a faster way of doing this fight, but I have not learned it. I have been saying for months that I should, but one day. Now we're in the end game. We go to the hospital. We almost got to see it. Not quite.
We're
And
not
then
sick,
we
so we don't need
go
to the hemligheternas kammare.
Like, if you can't clean the magic blood, just put a wall on top of it or something.
Picture of puppy dogs and kittens. I know. Also, yeah, this is pretty much going to the end.
Small skip here, we take the Spongify so we don't have fall damage and we can get straight down.
This place probably has few of the, or at least one of the sketchiest looking skip that is actually not as hard as it looks. Once you find your like things, or like your setups and ways of doing it.
Here's a small skip. We don't have to drop that rock, we can just climb up. Oh no, the walls are closing, this is an Indiana Jones.
Magical archaeologist.
And here we have the Pixie Proxy. So these blue guys are Cornish pixies. And we're gonna wait for one to come in a nice spot. You are too far. And I think that's it. Nice. So we just jump and it will correct our trajectory to the right place, and we just skipped a lot again.
That always looked so difficult, but when you get down to it, it's not that.
I think it was pretty difficult when I started. Harry, can you cast? These, on the other hand, don't look difficult, but I hate them.
They're
Can
shooting
you stop?
butt things at you. They're not gnomes either, so their butt things don't get as much appreciation. Eh. Surprise! I'm here to block your spell. That's always such a such a meanie
guy.
Yeah.
Now we have the bridge skip 3.
Are we still glitchless?
Yes, of course, look. No glitches. It's not glitch. It's intended.
No, yeah. It's magical trap bridge. Eh.
Now, because this is Indiana Potter, we have to escape a giant boulder. I love throwing extra diff windows in this part because they will just start flying in circles. Whee! And the boulder was almost by us.
Yeah.
Very
We had
close.
1,900 seconds to skip it. Or until it hit you. Yeah. We don't know any bombardment spells or anything, so we're using good old-fashioned physical violence to break walls.
Here's fire traps, because Indiana Jones. First ones you can just go through, and then we're gonna take damage. And I don't know how to stop them efficiently, so I'm just gonna take the damage and drink the potion. And now we have the magic sword and final boss.
It's a shank.
So we have to charge the shots and then throw them at his face. Now the second phase, it's gonna come from one of these walls. And if I have just shot a full power and then take damage, I can shoot it again, but now I failed. It's something I should learn properly, like I know it's somewhat, but not good enough.
Yeah, so you can pretty much spam it. If you take charge one, shoot it, take damage, shoot, take damage, shoot. You don't have to charge in between all the shots.
No!
With
Also
one charge,
we
you
failed
can.
because the snake can only die in the second slot, so now it's invincible. That's because the game makers did not know how to make cutscenes for more than one hole. The ending cutscene is where it's dead on the second hole, so it has to die there.
Also, final walk, and then it's time. GG.
Yay!
That was a pretty good run.
Oh no, I skipped the end cutscene. Oh no!
Oh no, medverkande HPPC. Utvecklingschef. Producent. That's enough Swedish word one day. Huvudgrafiker.
Very nice.
Well, yeah, you're not going anywhere, and I'm probably also not going anywhere because the final Saturday morning cartoon is coming up.
Unfortunately, the next one was submitted as a bit of a joke, but like Hamad took it in, so now we are stuck with it.
Yep. You're gonna see art. It's gonna be a postmodern RPG.
We're gonna see it soon, but yeah.
You're done.